What are we doing here, brothers? What are we doing? What are we even talking about? This is like somehow perpetually a hot topic while also being evergreen. So, first things first, I've got to admit, I am a fake gamer, okay? I don't play any sort of game. Like, I've never even owned a PC, I've never owned a console. Any game I'm playing is something that runs on a Mac. All right. So I play like Stellaris and then some deck building games. And that's about it. All right. So I'm not like totally a non-gamer, but I'm definitely a fake gamer. I don't play any multiplayer shooters, haven't really played open world RPGs, any of that stuff. Okay, so I'll get that out there before we talk. But I wanted to talk with you all about this because it is a great example of, what do you even call it? Like a controlled opposition debate. It's like it's a debate of Overton. How do I say this? It's a debate of where the right wing, the conservative side, are not Overton window shifters, they're just Overton window resistors. It's like almost any political topic you could name. Conservatives are just 15 years late liberals. And this is that exact same sort of debate. It's like saying, oh, I'm pro gun, but I think we should ban assault rifles, you know? So, on one hand, we've got the gooners, right? The people who celebrate Marvel Rivals and Stellar Blade and think it's this great, wonderful thing to have games with fan service outfits and sexualized character designs. And on the other side, we've got the, how do I say it? The pro uh, women being ugly and insufferable in game side, right? And these are they're two sides of the same coin. They're not, both sides are correct in their criticisms of the other side, but both sides are putting forward positions that suck. It's a false dichotomy. Got my throat coat tea, actually. I don't know if I don't know if a small business would appreciate being promoted in this kind of video. Anyhow, yeah, got to keep the logo turned away from the camera. So what are the Gooners? What are we really talking about here? So because both sides are basically promoting a corruption of sexuality. The Gooners want you to direct your sexual energy towards the 40,000 polygon ass physics CGI woman, right? That's what they are promoting. Instead of, a well-ordered sexual energies devoted towards your wife, perhaps, maybe, would be a little bit better. And they're promoting this, a sexualized presentation of women. It's not just, especially when you're going for something like Stellar Blade, where the director literally said, "Oh yeah, we wanted to give players something to enjoy looking at when the camera's positioned behind the female lead, right?" and the Marvel rivals. We're beyond just like, oh, we want attractive, pleasant women in games. All right, this is beyond that. And I hate to sound like a prude, but there's research showing that when you present women like that in the male brain, it activates the part of your brain for using tools instead of the part of your brain for socially interacting. So that is not going to form you into somebody who has the best, ability to actually bond and have a relationship with women. Now, on the other hand, of course, the position that our sweet, sweet, lovable, genuinely, I'm not being ironic, our brothers and sisters, the lovable leftoids, their presentation is way more denigrating of women, right? That they say, oh, well, they present women as ugly and insufferable and bitchy, right? That's more degrading to women. There is something, in a sense, that's celebratory about the like sexualization fan service of a woman, saying that women are, there's this idealized form of a woman that is, and the femininity is what makes that so great, even if it's, there's still issues. The left position is just, that's it just sucks. Like, and they parade this around as this is a realistic presentation of women. All women are fat and ugly and mean. And don't try to make excuses that it's just like, oh, they're just strong women. They're just strong, independent women. You can't handle it. Come on now. You really think men can't handle like strong female characters? That's not what this is about. There's plenty of media beloved by men with strong female characters. So, and then let's look at the sort of the direction and corruption of sexuality side on the left side of this debate. All right, because what are they celebrating? Like Baldur's Gate, right? I think it's Baldur's Gate, right? Well, actually, I know they celebrate the degeneracy of Baldur's Gate, but there's that one game, and I don't remember which one it is, where what's the opening scene is like you have like shape shifting sex with a bear, right? And they were like, oh, look at this sexy game. Woo, you have sex with a bear. That's what they want. And that's part of, while they're correct about the Gooner games being denigrating to women, the on a broader scale, in terms of the forces at play, what's really going on here is they also are upset because it's not actually corrupting your sexuality enough, right? The on the Gooner game side, you might be directing your sexual energy towards this, CGI facsimile of a caked up woman, but you can meet some caked up shawty in real life, still settle down, have a nice relationship and a family. So it's more of a misdirection than it is like a total perversion. What they want is shape shifting sex with a bear, something totally detached from reality that is going to be a barrier for you having a loving and fruitful relationship with a real woman. It's like I saw recently somebody posted a screenshot of this story that somebody posted on Reddit. And this guy, he was addicted. He was addicted to like, I think it was like, I don't know, like fart pornography, something really disgusting. And he like got a woman to like fart for him in real life, and it was revolting, and he like puked. And so he was lamenting the fact that he is like, he's become warped through this totally fictionalized thing, and now it has an inability to bond with a real woman. That's what the left side wants, and that's part of why they attack the right side. And they're correct in attacking it, but the thing they're presenting is way worse. So it's a crazy debate, right? Like obviously the reasonable position is to say we've got these uplifting presentations of women that are not there just so you can get your rocks off, but they present the full beauty of a woman in her charm and her beauty, whatever. That's what you want in your media. And maybe you could say that's sort of how the right side of this debate started, but then like it's gotten pushed into the like Gooner game thing in its opposition to the left side. They've let the left kind of push them around and determine what their actual views are. And here's the thing, at the end of the day, why the hell are we even talking about this? What is there to even say? All right, and especially if you are, I this is more of like it's a right wing restorationist channel. If you're on the right wing side of this, what are you doing? Why are you spending your time and attention on this? Do you go to the grocery store and they've got green bananas? Their bananas are not ripe. Do you go online and like post about how horrible it is they've got green bananas and make a video about they've got green bananas at Kroger's? No, you just don't buy the bananas. You start going to a grocery store where you can rely on good bananas. Why is there a second thought to just not buying these games? They'll get punished, right? The people who make the games will get punished in their sales being not enough. And I know it's like tempting because it's also about like, the people who are pro the ugly bitch games, they constantly are coping about, actually the sales were good and everybody loves this game. And so you kind of want to jump in and like rage bait them and troll them and just fight them on an emotional level. But why? Don't get caught up in just rage baiting people. It's just not worth your attention. They're not gonna. Their coping is not gonna do anything. Um, and the other thing is too. I'm gonna get a little self-righteous on this bit, and then I'll step off, and we'll get a little more humble. I don't get the emotion either, the outrage when there's an IP you like and it's got a shitty entry in it. Like it's purely FOMO. You're a grown man and you're succumbing to FOMO. You've got this outrage that the lovable leftoids, they somehow robbed you of a better version of that game. Brother, you got to realize there is more quality entertainment than you will ever be able to consume in your life. All right, it's not like we live in the entertainment age. You will find other ways to spend your time. Okay, I just don't. This is one part of it that I just really don't get. And I think it's because I was raised like super sheltered, so I have always been used to being like out of the loop and like missing out on things. And yet in the end, I feel perfectly fine and happy, and anything that was like really relevant that I needed to catch up on as an adult was pretty easy to do. So I don't know. I've had like FOMO kind of weeded out of me, I think, through this way. Because, like, Lord of the Rings is like my favorite thing ever. I am not upset over the Rings of Power just kind of being ass. Like, I watched a few episodes, it wasn't good. I just stopped watching. It's not a big deal. I'm not mad about it. Like, I don't care. I'll just go watch the original movies or something else. Like, don't you've in our in the attention economy, in a world like you only have so much emotional investment, so much attention. I mean, that's again, to not sound like a nerd, but like it's based in research that you only get a very limited number of hours of like focused attention every day. So be a little discerning with where we're putting that. All right. Instead of getting caught up in these silly debates around video games, which, and this is very much, I don't want to come off like a Matt Walsh kind of soapbox here, where it's like, video games. Oh, I'm a real man. I don't play video games. Why would you ever play video games when you could work harder? Like, I'm not going to come out like that. I have spent hundreds of hours in Stellaris, which is also, that's one of those games. I've seen ones that are worse. Like, if you're playing, what is it called? Magnum Opus, I think, or Factorio, or one of these games that, like, it demands, like, a lot of, like, learning and, like it's really going to consume your mental resources. What are we doing? Like, just learn to code or some sort of skill that's like, because that's basically what you're doing in those games. Stellaris is a little bit of that, and so I've actually played a little bit less of that now. But like, we could all honestly, no matter how much games you play, we could all play a little less. Like, oh, it's how I relax. And look, I cope. This is my cope like every single day. All right. I sit down. We put our baby to bed. I sit down, and I'm like, could work on this, or I could do that. I could go on a little walk. Or we could play Slay the Spire too. All right. This is my cope. So this is not. This I'm not. I'm not here to preach. I'm here to recite a mantra to ingrain it in myself. We can all play a little less games. All right, it's your relaxation. You're telling me there's no other way to relax? Tell me there's no better way to relax? People were not able to relax for hundreds of years before there were video games. You have to play video games. You can't get a brewski with one of your boys. Can't get some sun on your skin. Can't, find a little bit of a productive hobby, do some whittling, or a little bit of drawing, a little bit of writing. Maybe better than argue, not just playing video games, but arguing with lovable leftoids on video games. Okay, so that's my rant for today, and hopefully, algorithm gods willing, we'll be blessed. But thank you if you've watched through. Brothers, we'll talk again. Let me know what you think about this. Because I have not seen anybody say this at all. Everybody is taking a side on this. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm totally out of touch on this topic. Let me know. I want to hear from you. Peace.